Hello, today we are going to start our cursive lesson. Everyone should have this packet in their folder that I passed out the first day of school. It has some basic strokes and then it has some lined paper that you can use to practice after. Today we're going to start cursive with some strokes. And before we do, cursive is a way to write faster. So think about it. Every time you pick up your pencil to write something, you might only be, using like a few seconds of your time. However, it takes time because you keep lifting. But when you write in cursive, you don't lift until you finish with a word. So you save some seconds there if you press for time. So it's a way to write faster. And then at the top of your packet, go ahead and write your name. And before we begin, it's really important to position our paper correctly. So right now I have my paper straight, so you can see the whole thing. However, if you are right-handed, then you tip the corner of your paper to the right, and that gives the cursive a nice slant. If you're a lefty, I'll turn my paper back. You write with your left hand, then you're going to turn your paper with the left corner up, and that will help the lefties get a nice slant in your cursive. I'm right-handed, so I would tip my paper that way, but for our lesson purposes, I'm going to keep mine straight so you can see the whole paper. But do know that if I were writing, like I'm going to just go ahead and write my name in cursive. You can see I tipped my paper up, and it gives my writing a nice little slant. But for your lesson purposes, I can do it straight. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to trace and write the slant stroke. That's a popular stroke, and the ovals. And then if you look, there's a little arrow here that shows you where to start and where to put your pencil. So for the slant, we're going to start right up at the top line. And let me go over the lines here. We have the top line, we have the midline, which is the dotted line, and then we have the base line. So we're going to start at the top line, and you're just going to practice some slants going down. You can do these with me, or you can watch me and pause the video and then practice them. I'm just going to make all my slants going down. Remember, don't forget to tip your paper. And then this last one was done for me, but I'll trace it. So those are our slant strokes. And then we have the oval, and you'll notice that this oval is starting at the top line. So we're going to start the top line, and we're going to go counterclockwise around. So you're going to go like backwards around the clock. So I like to trace this one first, so we're just going to go around, start at the top line, come around, back to the top, around to the top. Whoops, that one didn't touch the bottom. That's okay, because really the only way you improve in anything is if you keep practicing. Sometimes they don't come out perfect, and that's okay. Just keep trying, right? So there. That is our oval. That one didn't touch the baseline either. Now this oval, you'll see it's starting at the baseline, and then this one is going up and around clockwise. So I'm going to trace it too. Start the baseline, up and around, up and around. And do try to have control. I know this is our first experience with cursive, but definitely try to stay in the lines. Don't rush through it. It takes time and practice for a lot of people, and that's okay. So there are our slants and our ovals.